Shaw brother William. I'm glad he came with me tonight. Like I said again, tonight we'll be discussing how to negotiate to get what you want. Before we get into the stove, I want to give like a big rehash of the previous week. Give condolences out to the young lady, the 8-year-old that was killed in the crossfire this past Saturday. We all had a good 4th of July, but again, everybody lost their damn mind. I forgot we was in Atlanta, Georgia, and thought we was in Beirut. And it was like 30-some shootings.
Yeah.
31 shootings.
That's Chicago numbers right there.
Now, what the hell Chicago had? I know they had that. They beat 31. I know that.
Shoot, they had 31 on a regular day.
Yeah, shit.
There ain't no holiday on the holiday. They probably had like 69. I think they had 70. 70.
Man, it's amazing, man. I'm just sitting there like, damn, it was a nice holiday, and all the big legs and nice short side and stuff like that. You just can't find nothing better to do. Exactly. In the hot A. And you trying to shoot.
The heat made it. I guess made them go crazy.
Yeah, y'all women got to stop dissing these men so hard.
Yeah.
They get mad and want to shoot every damn body. Get that boy your phone number next time.
Make him feel like he did something.
That's why I need to give him your number, save a bullet.
Save a life.
God, dog.
Not only
people.
not only that, but we want to send condolences to Erica's family. What's her last name? Erica Robinson's family.
Young lady from Adamville.
Yeah, that's a personal friend of Rika's, so we want to say, our condolences to them as well.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of shootings. We don't know all the names, but all the condolences to all the families that lost somebody over the holiday weekend.
Absolutely.
We apologize. We don't apologize, but we're sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that. Chris posted that. But I want to just say this too, just with all that said. Everybody have temperamental moments and everything. And you got to understand one thing, a gun is very powerful. And once you pull that trigger, that bullet can't go back. So, as I always tell you guys, just think. If you got to think twice about it, don't do it. And please, most importantly, don't put yourself in situations where you got to damn think.
Right.
Okay? Just please, because, again, once you pull that trigger, you affect so many lives in addition to yours. So, let's,
your family life now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, God, man, please think. Let's put them guns down. I'm a disabled military veteran. I've seen what guns do. And I know majority of y'all people, the most you've had with training is shooting at a piece of paper at the range. And once stuff get hot and toasted and roasted, you have been in them situations. Yeah. Heart rate elevated, target moving. Somebody shooting back at you, not that little piece of paper. Everybody ain't equipped for that. A move is just a mover. So, please. Be careful out there and just think twice and everything. Also want to rehash like I did last week. The end of this month, we're going to stop offering the free business advice. For the past couple months, I've been giving free 10-minute session 3 days a week. Some people taking advantage of it, some haven't. But we're going to end that at the end of July. Also want to remind everyone that next week, July 15th, is that Tuesday? Wednesday. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But
Wednesday.
Okay, that is the tax deadline. So again, guys, I'm accounted by profession owner of Majestic Business Services. I'll bring the information about my business
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Okay, cool. Next Wednesday, July 15th, is the tax deadline. So if you have not done it, give us a call. We'll get you guys squared away. If you need to file an extension or anything like that, give us a call, and I'll push the information out later again in the show. So again, remember July 15th is the
Then why didn't I hear they say something about another extension?
They may again.
I'm
But
not saying that they're gonna do it. I just heard it.
They may do it, but they did reopen the PPP extension. And at Majestic Business Services and WDA Investment, we are processing the PPP and the idle loan. So if you need that done, we can get you squared away. And I will bring that information up later again in the show. So any way you need money, get money, make money. I'll help you out with it. I am Mr. Make It Happen.
All right.
And before we go into the show, this is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I get so hyped, bro. I be forgetting where I'm at. Make sure you go to Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly. We on YouTube, Facebook, on Instagram at Deonte. What is it? Deonte _77. Hell, I got so many tags, I forget. But yeah, if you go to Changing Lives on YouTube, Changing Lives hosted by Deonte Burden on YouTube and Facebook. All the shows, the videos, and everything on there. So make sure you go there, subscribe, like the videos. Over 200 videos, all kind of great information that yours truly has put out. So please get an opportunity to go by there and check everything out, on changing lives. Tonight's show, I think, is very, very, very needed. And we're going to talk about how to negotiate to get what you want. And really what brought this idea about, you see so many things going on right now with, police brutality, people protesting and marching. And they ask people all the time, what you want, what you this, that, and that. And everybody got all kind of different things they want. Some want justice, some want money, some want equality, some all over the place and everything. But the problem is coming up is what? Everybody yelling what they want, but nobody sitting at the table to have any kind of things go on.
No solutions to it.
Well, even if they have even if they have solutions or whatever, they're still not talking. No, there are no form of talk. So everybody use, freedom of speech to vent out and everything like that, but laid out plans from any side, anybody sitting there talking, that's not happening.
Okay.
And everything. So everybody's saying this and saying that. And I hear a lot of times people say, well, this is how things happen. This is because this happened and that happened because of that. And most of the time those people are saying that they've never sat at that table and did a deal before.
Right.
They ain't saying that. They said, well, when people burn down stuff, this is a response, but they really don't know. It might have been a backdoor deal.
Right.
That happened to bring, everything to stop. But what the optics may have been a riot, a meeting, but it may have been a phone call between two people.
Right.
That stopped everything. And a lot of people don't know, but they just assume that, hey, it got done because of this. If you tear down this is how people understand. Oh, man. Damn, my ass for the cigar burnt me. Hey.
I was like, what the hell?
I'm trying to think of the Holy Spirit or something like that. No, it's a damn cigar ash. I'm woke now. But, they just haven't been in them situations where they can actually do it. And so tonight, what I wanted to do was just kind of go over, my plan for a person that's never did a deal before, never negotiated anything, give my step-by-step plan on how to negotiate a deal. Okay. And I think if you take this, with you, I think you'll get a lot more things accomplished because far too often you got too many people out here saying, hey, this is how it's done. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. But that doesn't make anything happen. Right. You hope it do. You think it will. You heard it will. But it just doesn't happen.
Right. And
people that are true deal makers, they understand that. And the reason why I think a lot of times people can't get things accomplished is because when they understand a lot of the concepts and pieces that go into making a deal happen, be that anything as far as political, business, relationship, whatever, it's all about compromise. And what's important to Lab ain't important to me.
Exactly.
And what's important to the next person ain't important to you. And the thing about it, some kind of way you gonna have to lose what you want to get it.
That's where that compromise come in.
Absolutely. And everybody ain't ready for that.
Don't nobody want to give up nothing. Everybody want everything. So you got they don't know how to compromise. That's the main one. That's like the main part of making things happen.
Making things
compromise.
Happen. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And if you're not prepared for that, you're gonna make things happen.
Don't worry about it.
And most people that never been in them situations, they'll never understand. And that's why we tonight's show, once we discuss it and go through it, I think it'll shed a lot of light, on the intricacies of making a deal and making things happen. Again, this is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Facebook, subscribe to both and everything. Big shout, Slick 316, still having me grow all my Facebook page and stuff. Man, appreciate that and everything. People reaching out and everything, and I hate saying it all the time, but the courses are coming. And I will have everything laid out by the end. That's my promise.
That's your promise.
I've been working on that for the past 48 hours.
I'm going to run this back. I'm going to say, hey, you promised.
Something always come up, and that's unfortunate. I hate doing and saying that because I'm very good about making things happen. That's one of them things, I think once I get it, because I got so many, but they're in the other stage of get ready to lay it out. But once everything starts rolling, we'll see it. I'm going to be pretty happy.
That's that part of... it looked good, but maybe it could be
analysis paralysis.
Yeah,
something that all those nerds are guilty of.
I do it all the time. I sit on stuff forever, like,
He ain't ready yet. again, what I show tonight will be I'll be discussing, how to negotiate a deal to get what you want. Okay, now first of all, I want to just think about, I want to be a little transparent with myself. Over 20 years, about 20 years ago, yeah, I was in an incident where I got arrested by the police, and it was a false arrest, and they arrested me, and totally, this just some damn Lifetime PBS shit.
Right.
They done arrested me. They done boogered the whole thing up. I got charges dropped and everything like that, but I just remember going through the protocol of, getting a lawyer. I'm ready to sue. And, you go in there and everything, and I'm ready, hey, do this and do that. And again, this is a unseasoned poochie. Didn't know anything about deals or what to ask for, anything like that. And I went to the lawyer's office. And the lawyer sat me down. I gave him the whole story about I was falsely arrested. The police was mean. They said all kind of messed up stuff and everything, whatever. I'm ready for some sympathy and everything. The lawyer, he's a young Jewish guy. He sat back in his chair, crossed his legs, folded his arms, and looked at me and said, well, what do you want? I ain't been asked that, since probably at the bar in Germany. The lady just,
lady said, what?
Yeah, and I ain't want to tell him my responsibility. He ain't have what she have.
What's this?
But he asked me, he said, what do you want? And my dumb ass, first thing, justice. He said, well, they dropped the charges. And he said, I think they did a reprimand on the officers.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's, justice.
Right.
And I was so damn froze, not knowing. In my mind, you know what I want?
Right.
Money.
Right.
And I was so unseasoned till I didn't know what to ask for.
Uh-huh.
And that was just one that time hit me. And that was the first and last time I was dumbfounded when somebody asked me what the hell I want.
Right.
And from that point, that taught me to any time I go into any kind of conversation with somebody where I'm trying to negotiate or get something that I want, know what the hell I want.
Right.
Now, as the years went by, we're going even with a situation like that, I learned how to adjust, because when you even open your mouth to tell somebody what you want, that don't mean you're going to get back or get a response you want.
Right.
So, thinking about what's going on, like I said, in the world of society right now, with everybody doing so much stuff and raising sand, because I did a Facebook posting on what was that? Sunday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about the brothers up in Stone Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, hell, if you was in Stone Mountain, y'all might should have been over there on University.
Right.
And everything. So I had the militia posting on my thing, talking about, hey, brother, you sitting at home and you ain't did this and that and that. And, but then you got to tell folks, let them know who you are. Right. And what you do. And everything and stuff like that. But the problem coming here was, at the end of the day, and I was very honest about this, and I'm not it's not knocking the guys that did the protest or anything like that, or did the march in Stone Mountain, but I do say this, is that, and I do mean it, that on Stone Mountain, them guys in them trailer parks and stuff, they can't do no more harm to you than you can do to them. Mm-hmm. They Klan been there since the days J.B. Stoner. Mm-hmm. All you native Atlantas, we know that. That's where that's that, and they're gonna be there forever.
Right.
But they can't bother you. You can't bother them. The Klansman you worry about is your congressman, mm-hmm. your judge, mm-hmm. Your DA, your police chiefs. That's the Klan you need to worry about. The one you don't know, because they can cause you more harm. And I think that, again, I'm not knocking anybody. Everybody got their different ways of using their representation and voicing their opinions and stuff like that. But I think what's happened, we've got to a point now where we're so stretched out with everybody giving their different methods mm-hmm. of how to handle things. You got so much stuff going on, and I don't think nothing's being effective at all. And that's a personal opinion of mine. That doesn't mean I'm right. But I will say, what I do feel like I'm right about is that you do have a majority of the people out here not even knowing what they want.
Right.
They got a feeling.
But they don't know for sure.
Yeah, and I think the feeling is more so they want to feel whole because they may have been felt wrong. But exactly, locked in, okay, can I go to a person and say, hey, we want 10 daycares, we want different reading programs, we want job placement for these folks and stuff like that. Now, you don't hear them kind of things. You hear justice. We're going to take care of our own community. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. But what does that mean? You know what I'm saying?
What does that look like?
Yeah. I mean, you know what it look like.
Right.
Wakanda forever. At last I checked, it ain't no vibranium on Bankhead.
Right.
So shit. So we gotta get the hell out of this damn fantasy isle that everybody's in and everything and stuff. So I really wanted to, go through my blueprint that has worked for me for years in terms of how to make a deal and everything. Because, as a professional, I think one of my strong suits has always been able to make deals
Right.
for myself and even help, clients and everything how to make a deal. So I think this probably, I'm thinking it's the expertise of mine and everything. So what I wanted to do is say to myself is, look, let me go through my blueprint,
Okay.
but go through it on the elementary level,
Okay.
and everything. Because, sometimes people have a little small success and they think they done made a deal. You didn't make a deal.
I bought that house that was up
Yeah.
for closing. No,
You might have had
I made a great deal. No, they
Yeah,
really wanted to get rid of
yeah,
it.
exactly.
They
Man.
had it for 4 years with nobody in it.
You ever, and you know what, and it's happened to me a lot in my life, I guess, because I don't know, people do it to, I don't know, just get confirmation, whatever. And I remember one time with my pop, bad deal on a car, bad deal. And he came pulling his pants up, I got a good deal. I did this and I did that and I got it for that. I said, that wasn't no good deal.
Right.
And I started throwing out this, that, and that, what the man said. I said, the man said everything. They gonna
tell you what they want you to hear.
And once I said that, it just clicked to him like, I might have got bamboozled.
Uh-huh.
But I've learned over the years to kind of be a little bit more refrain.
Just let them have it.
Yeah, just let them have it. Just let them have it. That.
Just go.
Yeah, sometimes, that business consultant, you learn, you forget sometimes you're talking to family and friends.
Right.
And that's, yeah. Like, nah, that ain't no good deal and everything and stuff.
You gotta stop bringing people back to reality.
Yeah,
Let
like,
them have
nah.
that dream.
Yeah.
Start waking them up.
Yeah, remember, Poochie, they not asking you what is a good deal. They're telling you they had a good deal. And
They're
everything.
not asking you what you think is a good deal. They tell you what they thought was a good deal.
Absolutely. Before we start going into that thing, I want to invite anybody that's watching us stream live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Feel free to chime in and join in the chat if you got anything to say with everything. And I do appreciate all you guys tuning in tonight also. Okay, now we're starting everything out. I'm going to give you the blueprint on the elementary level on how to make a deal. Okay? This right here, again, this is got me, a long way. This is what I charge a lot of money to do with everything. So, but again, this is my gift to everybody on how to do this, okay? The first thing to do when we start talking about making a deal, I think the first thing you have to do, and it sounds very, very simple, but this is, I think, what stops all deals before they happen. Don't be emotional. That's number one. Don't be emotional. And you have to know that you're going to go into a situation that you may have to give to get. You may have to lose to earn. And you got to know that when you sit down with somebody and explain how you feel,
Right.
they may just say that's BS. And they may say how they feel, and you totally don't see it. And you have to find some kind of silver lining or some kind of green pasture, whatever you want to put in your head, where they're okay and you're okay and y'all can make everything happen. Because at the end of the day, everybody has a common goal. And far too often people feel like, I got to have it my way or no way. And I've heard that too many times where you hear people, no, there's no talking, there's no solution.
There's no compromise.
There's no compromise. I hear you. I hear you.
Right.
But if that's the deal, if there wasn't, I'm going to say this. When you say that kind of stuff and there is no compromising, we're not backing down, we're not doing this, that, and that, if that was the truth, you wouldn't have to say that.
Right.
You just do it.
And then leave it at that.
Straight up. You don't have to say that. Well, we're not bending on this. We're not taking no for an answer. If that was the deal, you wouldn't tell nobody. You just do it.
Right.
It sound good. But if that was the deal, it would happen.
Right.
And you would have been did it. And you wouldn't be hollering the bullhorn. I mean, I'm very serious about that.
Right.
People that's going to make stuff happen, hell, they just do it.
Right.
They don't sit here and tell you this, that, and that. That's why you see buildings pop up, this, that, and that. Man, they done close that and open up this, that, and that. Hell, they ain't announced nothing. They just do it.
They just do it.
Do it. Acquisitions, mergers, all this kind of stuff, it just happens. They don't have to get any kind of validation or approval from anybody.
Right.
So that's why you hear people say that we're not backing down, we ain't taking no for an answer. Okay. Okay. But you ain't doing nothing but talking. The further that conversation is going to go in that damn microphone when you talking right then and there.
Right.
So we have to understand, take emotions out of it. You have to understand that you're finna talk to another person that may have a whole different thought process than you have, and you have to be willing to listen to what they got to say and figure out some kind of common ground. That's number one. Make sure you take all the emotion out of it, and it's very, very difficult, but you got to understand what you're trying to do. And if you're not willing to do that, you probably don't want to start the whole negotiation process from the get-go, because you're going to get, as a human, you're going to get bothered, you're going to get mad, you're going to get upset, you're going to be like, what the, and everything, but you have to remember the common goal. Okay, that's what you got to remember, the common goal. Because, again, I don't think what will be, you feel how you feel about politicians and politics, but I don't think any law will get passed if people don't sit here and say, well, look, I'm going to give you some of this, I'm going to give you some of that.
Right.
Everybody go to the floor. Well, this is the law I want, but that ain't how it's going to go.
Right.
Well, you better put a little this in there. That's how things go, But number one, you take out the emotion. Number two is very important, guys, very important. This is what we, in the business world, even from a creativity standpoint, you take a, brainstorm, but take a deep dive. And what I mean by take a deep dive, where you sit down at a spot where you just going through, listing all the stuff that you want. Just going through it, writing down stuff. You're in a position where when we take a deep dive, we're not thinking about it.
Right.
I want a red car, I want a blue jacket, I want this, that, and that. You're not thinking about the price, the how uncomfortable, the effort. You're just writing stuff down. Just writing it down, this, that, and that, and everything. And the reason why we do that, take that deep dive and we brainstorm, is because you have on the surface what you want, but let's write all the additional stuff from that person that you may want. And we're just going through it, writing it down. If you're talking about you want to talk to your local city councilman, we want daycare, free lunches, we want T-shirts, we want tutors, just writing it all down. Deep dive. You're not thinking about it. You're not going through any additional processing. Just going through it. Just
done.
Everything done. Just go through it. And it may be 30, 40 items on there when you get through. Okay? Again, that's the key thing with a deep dive and you brainstorming. Don't judge anything you write down. Nothing stupid, nothing crazy.
Okay.
Just write it down. Okay? Then from that point, we're going to start looking at our list of what we want. From that point, now we start looking at, okay, the stuff that I just wrote down on that brainstorm and deep dive. Okay, we're on number 3. On that list we wrote, we're going to sit here and write down what's realistic. What can we actually put on that list?
Okay.
We got to take the trip to Vegas out. We got to take, again, we got to take, date nights and all that other kind of stuff. Stuff that have nothing to do with it, just take it out. Because, again, we had an open mind, brainstorming. So let's take out everything that we know, okay, common, that is pertaining to the goal we want to achieve, right? We're talking to this local congressman. These are the things that we want, that we know that they can help us with, right? When you go into your boss and you feel like some of the work conditions, okay, again, like, can we all get company cars and stuff like that? Probably not. But we're looking at all the things from a safety standpoint. We don't have the safety kits. We don't have gloves. We don't have air conditioning. You listing everything out, right? Okay, we don't went through that. Hey, how you doing now? You listing all those different things on there. So it's put on there. So you segregate the list to the point where everything that's on that list you can bring to that person you want to negotiate with.
Okay. And that's possible.
That's possible.
Okay.
Because when we did the deep dive, like I said, we did a list and stuff. Now we just looking at can this person even make it happen? Because if this not, man, this man got nothing to do with us making no trips, or whatever, anything like that. That's not in their department. That's not even that.
Right.
This is the stuff I can ask them for.
Right.
Cool. We made a list. That was number 3. Number 4, and this is where we got to sit here and take a little time with it.
Think about it.
That's prioritize. Okay, prioritizing is a little funny, because when you start prioritizing that list, we got to segregate it into 3 parts. Stuff you gotta have, the stuff that you really you want, but you can kind of work with, and then the stuff that's good to have.
Okay.
Okay. Now again, when we sit here and say to ourselves,
we can't let the gotta haves come into the stuff.
Well, we can't lose the gotta have.
We can't lose the sight of that.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, when we say this is stuff we have to have, no ifs, ands, or buts, we'll lose the other stuff to get there because that's the thing about it. This is what we're meeting for.
Okay.
This other stuff that we want to have, we're uncomfortable with it and everything, but you know we can work with some kind of compromising.
Okay. So we gotta have 2 separate lists. One stuff we just can't live without.
It's 3.
Okay.
3 lists. The stuff we gotta have, the stuff that we want to have, we can compromise on, and other stuff that's kind of good. It'd be great.
I think don't you think 3 lists gonna make people like? I think we just have a in and out list. Nah. Okay.
No.
I'm trying to get to where you at, bro.
No, I got you.
Okay.
Because what it is that once we go to the other steps, you'll see where I'm going with it.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, the ones that you can't compromise on what you gotta have.
Okay.
You can't compromise because if we don't, the stuff we gotta have, we don't need the damn meat.
Okay. Because you should already know I need it.
Exactly. So I'm just saying that because if I'm not going, if I gotta have, safety equipment in this way, I gotta have that.
Right.
Again.
That's part of the job.
Exactly.
Okay, I got
now
you.
we can't afford. I might feel we need monthly training for safety. Have this that you might say, man, that's too much. We can do it on a quarter. You feel me?
No, I got you. I got
right.
you.
And then something that no big deal. Company day once a month.
Right.
It's cool, but again, it ain't nothing big.
Right.
Cause we like, we know we need some, give the decorum up in here. The morale is down.
Right.
We need company day. Hey, once you sponsor the kickball team or something like that,
right.
you want it, but it ain't, it
Got
ain't.
lunch for everybody.
It ain't help. Yeah, there you go. It ain't helping or hurting nothing.
Right,
I mean, it's one of those, and that's why we kind of segregating that. But you got this opportunity. You better get everything you got because what happens is when I go talk to Lab. And I didn't bring this stuff up. Like, I said, damn, man, we just sat down for an hour or two. Why you say that then? But again, we have to have it separated by that because those non-negotiable items.
Right.
And again, now, will there be a point where one of the non-negotiable items you don't get? If you got 3 of them, you might say, well, look, if I can get 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, I'm cool. Depending on the importance of it.
Right.
So you may have to lose something with that. But those ones like, look, man, we gotta have this, and everything.
So, do you suggest starting off with the most important stuff, or the I don't need stuff? I really can go without stuff first. Like when you go to the table, you start with like, let me give you a good example. When you was talking to the lawyer about what you wanted from the police brutality stuff, the police brutality incident you had, you saying in your mind, I want $5 million, but you hit him with, I want $45 million. So do you start with, you're not going to get $45 million, but you start with that first because you get what I'm saying? You try to get what's possible. That you hit them with that, and then you start going with the stuff that they know you already need.
Gotcha. It's a great question. And that's don't forward to my priority prize. That's where number 5 come in.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you know. What number 5 is, you got to study the person you're negotiating with.
Okay.
So here's the deal. To go to your point, Lab, the lawyer probably in the person is probably like the person you would want to sue.
Right.
How are they?
Right.
Are they an open-minded person, a closed-minded person?
Okay.
Do they got experience with negotiating? Because you ever had a conversation with somebody like, no.
Yeah.
Everybody done talked to that damn fool before. No, you can't you listen to all the BS they say. As soon as you open your mouth, they're interrupting you and everything. They never wrong. To the white man, tell you. But
To the white man.
Yeah, that's right. I understand that. I understand. Like you don't spoke Greek or something. But when you sit there and you got to really take some time to think about who you finna talk to. This person, this man or this young lady. Hey, they got experience with doing that, or they a person that kind of were doing that. Cause that just kind of like, hey, you at the bar. How's she looking? Do I hit her with this, the jab, the hook, the uppercut? Or do I come in there and just do like a ta-da?
Or do you say to yourself, I give you, you studying the person, do you, at some point when you studying that person, about talking to them, do you say to yourself, I don't even think they worth talking to, because they ain't going to get it? Or do I need to go to somebody else to talk to them? I'm talking about when you're negotiating a deal.
Well, the thing of it is you done went through that already, because that's why you got to study them, because you're talking to the gatekeeper.
Okay.
Because if you're talking to the man, speaking to the man next to the man, hey, you might well be talking to the damn brick wall.
Okay. Okay, I'm just asking.
It could. I
These
mean,
is questions
no,
that's gonna come up.
that's a great question because you think about it. How many times have we needed a job or needed to kind of get a deal, and you know somebody that worked there?
Right.
Well, hey, such been working at the place about 15 years,
He can get
and
you on.
he can get you on, and they don't know the damn hiring manager. They see him on the elevator. Hey, they say good morning,
Yeah.
or they may even say good morning back to them.
Right. Right.
And whatever, they may have a little, Sambo joke with them and everything.
Yeah.
But they don't even know they damn exist.
Right.
And you be sitting there like, man, say, yeah, I know them, but they really don't know no more than speaking and passing.
Yeah, we
And-
talk all the time.
Exactly.
Right.
And the key is, now, and that's a great point. We're talking about you have got to the gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
And when we start talking about gatekeepers, those are people that can make decisions or put you to the point where the decision can be made.
Mm-hmm.
You talking to somebody that's part of association, dealing with us, or know somebody in association.
Way out the door.
Hey man, they can't do nothing for you. They ain't no better than them talking this damn microphone.
Right. Right.
And that's the problem a lot of people have. Air is precious. We don't have so much in our damn lungs to put out.
Right.
I don't have time or air to waste talking to somebody who can't help me.
Right.
And that's the thing about people spend too much time yapping till the folks can't even make a decision.
Right.
If you guys remember, I want you guys to look the video I made on Change Lives. Look it up. Don't let nobody tell you no that doesn't have the authority to say yes.
Okay.
And that was a video. I was just like,
Yeah.
if they can't even confirm it, why the hell are you talking to them?
Right.
Yeah, they're telling you that if somebody don't have the authority to tell you yes, don't you let them tell you no.
If they gotta say, well, let me talk to somebody about that.
How many times you don't call? I think about the City Atlanta Water Department. So many times you call there and they telling you now, look, man, you can't even. I ain't got no. What the hell I'm
doing data entry.
Yeah, shit, man, Well, I already know what the man gonna say. Okay, look. Come on, now you gotta have your white assistant call. They understand you gotta have your white assistant call, and they all listen to them. Okay, well there you serve, ma'am. But with that said, you just can't. That's a great question, Lab, because people spend too much time talking to people and explaining to folks that has no authority to even confirm, even do anything. That's a great question you just asked.
I think what happens with that is, though, a lot of times when you're negotiating things, you really yourself, even though you're studying that person, the presentation may be that person is the person you need to talk to, because you never see the person that you really need to talk to because he's always sending this person out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
sometimes you don't have an idea who the person is that you really need to talk to because you always getting their representative.
That's a good point. But if you were talking about a deal that you need to get done, you need to do your due diligence and find out who the hell you need to talk to. Now you just calling. That's good. Yeah, and that's point blank. Period. You calling around and you need to get something done. Just say if you're calling like customer service and stuff like that. You're right. You don't have the knowledge to know who the exact person made that determination. Mm-hmm. So you don't really have that luxury of doing it. But we're talking about you getting information on your cable bill and you trying to get a deal done.
Right.
Two whole different things. So you need to spend some time doing some damn due diligence before you start making this presentation. Because again, when you start talking to the person that was doing it, you need to know they ins and out. They might like a whole long spiel. Mm-hmm. They may like, look, man, I got 15 seconds talk.
Right.
So you need to know. Yeah, you need to know if you got to give a presentation or elevator pitch. Mm-hmm. So you got to actually have all that stuff in mind. Like, man, they just really ain't knowledgeable. I can just explain to them, you just probably need to just, instead of giving them, literature, you might just have to just give them the ABCs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Some folks are in charge and they straight Crayola.
Right. I've seen that done before. We were walking, I used to work with a guy who used to buy flipped houses way before flipped houses became popular. Mm-hmm. And he used to drive by these duplexes. It was a block of number of duplexes, 10 duplexes, 5 buildings.
Gotcha.
He used to always drive by that bike and say, man, we was working on another house in the neighborhood that he owned. Like, I'm gonna get those houses. Mm-hmm. So one day we pull up into the subdivision. And he say, I'm about to get these houses. I say, you don't even know who own them. I say, yeah, I do. You see that old man right there? He's standing right there. He own all these duplexes over here. Within I want to say 15 minutes, he owned all those 5 duplexes. The 10 duplexes with 5 buildings, land block, so basically he owned the block.
How did he know?
He said he just kept looking around, kept going through the taxes, going through the tax thing. He said it changed hands a few times. He said, but the problem was people wasn't realizing that the man who lived in the duplex on the corner owned all the duplexes because he was an older man.
There you go.
And then and to make so bad, he was an older black man. He had to be like 87 years old, but he was just in his yard doing yard work. Nobody realized that he was the owner of the whole block.
Exactly. Go back to what I said. You got to do your due diligence.
right.
You got to sit here and do your homework to find out. Once you do that, like, man, it's that simple. Like I said, nobody had a clue.
Right.
And that's why we say when you're talking about making a deal happen, when you're trying to make things happen, we're trying to get money into this school system. We're trying to start this program up for the youth. When I talk to this person, I got to make sure that I know this person inside out, how my delivery can pitch. Because you got to understand, when you're dealing with people that can make decisions, they get poked at and pulled at all the time. Mm-hmm. And you got to know what senses you got to hit on them.
He already knew the price and everything. He said that they had went up for sale a few times in the last couple of years because he wanted to get rid of them. He was tired of fixing them and all that. He said, I already know what price he want. I leveled it out. Deals that fell through for this price. He said, I'm out from this and see what happens.
Yeah. That's the same thing. You ever had that car sitting in your yard and everybody pull up, what you want that car for? Throw a number out. And they offer it, but at the end of the day, you might say, I want $5,000. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I get paid next week, and I come give you half this, that, and that. But the man that come up with cash in hand, bro, I give you $3,000 right now, walk off with it. Hell, $1,500, get it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, people, you just people try to negotiate without nothing in hand or no plan. People kind of numb to that. I'm talking about the people that can make decisions with their deal. Right. So you have to be, when you got that opportunity, you got to drop everything on them and be able to hit them senses. The compassion, the anger, the money, whatever they need to set them, to open their eyes up to you, you have to be prepared for that. Mm-hmm. Okay? Again, this is Change the Line, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about how to negotiate a deal, to get what you want. How to negotiate a deal to get what you want. We went through 1 through 5 already, and that being, don't get emotional. Number 2 being brainstorming. Number 3 being list what you want. 4, prioritizing. 5, study the person you're negotiating with. Now we're at number 6. And it's going back, bumping off with that person. Kind of went with knowing them, knowing really not that emotional stuff to get their attention. What are their constraints? What can they be flexible with? Because even though this person may be able to make the deal for you, they still can't make everything happen. Right. Like they can authorize you to get this money for your youth center, but they don't have the authority to command how much money you can get. Right. They might just give you the validate, you getting code in, you getting, the licenses for it, but they can't get it proper funding. That may be in a whole different department. Right. So you have to make sure you know exactly what they can and can't do for you not wasting time bringing up stuff that's not any part of the conversation need to be done. And also for you to be kind of setting yourself up to maybe, hey, can you talk to, is that, the guy John in the other department to deal with funding? He a friend of yours? Okay, can you talk to him? And if you can do that, hey, we may can do some more stuff with this. Right. You have to make sure you know all this stuff. You have to know, because what that also alerts the person you're doing a deal with, that's letting them know that, hey, man, this person, okay, they about their business. Right. And you see, there's a lot of time with people they're trying to do, open up businesses, they want to go up, I got a business and I want to go get a grant. And who can help me with this and who can help me with that? And, who can help me get a loan? That's why I always tell people all the time, when you're trying to get funding as a business, people are breaking their neck to get small business loans, grants, and all this other kind of stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, what you going to get them? Mm-hmm. If it were that easy, you just come out there and show your face and smile to get some money or do whatever. Hey, man, come on now.
I'll be smiling every day. I'm back.
You have to make it yesterday. You have to make it something for the other side. Right. And like I said, you have to know what that, and I think that number 6 is very important. You have to know exactly what they can and can't do. Right. Because they might say yes, but how far can that yes go? Because now we go into the authority side of it. Mm-hmm. They have the power to say yes, but authority is a whole different monster.
And you'd be surprised. People have a power to say yes up to a certain point. You be like, they may even give you funding up to a certain point. Mm-hmm. They might be like, yeah, I can fund you up to $100,000. Mm-hmm. If you need anything over $100,001, you need to talk to such and such. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They may be totally out of our hands and everything. And again, that go back to that due diligence of knowing and everything like that. And that happens a lot with banks. Mm-hmm. Happens a lot with banks. People, they spend so much time talking to the wrong person. You'll tell a cousin. And
They know all the ins and outs.
Yeah. And they boyfriend customer service agent.
Been working there a
Yeah.
year. They know the whole break instruction.
Man, come on. Don't know no damn body. Well, I done seen it now.
Right.
Okay, we done did our homework. We know what they can and can't do. So now it's time to sit there and meet. We talking with a person. Here it goes, guys. Number 7, you got to meet them with an open mind. You got to meet them with an open mind. Again, we're going back to from number 1. Take the emotion out. You can't be stuck on, look, I know what I want, but, and I'm going to say it, but I can't be stuck on that. I got to be ready to compromise. I got to be ready to listen to what they got to say. Because I'm going to have to do some things that, where's Candy?
He going to be on 12.
Yeah. We have to be able to know what we're not going to win all the way.
Right.
That's why we made that list, and we broke it down to priority. What we got to have, like you said, like I was telling you, what we got to have, no ifs, ands, or buts, the stuff that we want and need, but we can kind of compromise and stuff like, it's cool. You just kind of throw that out there. It's going to probably get a no or may get a yes or no, but it's no big deal. But we have to be able to come to the table to say, okay, look, man, this is why I'm really meeting you. I can't waver. We do need these, extra masks for the kids at school. We got to have them.
Right.
Now, if you can't give us, the blue ones or whatever, I can dig it. But we need that. Man, look, we got polka dot masks. We got a good deal. I mean, y'all can get them and everything. You follow what I'm saying?
Right. I get you.
That's why we had to sit here and know that. You have to meet with an open mind and say, okay, look, I can't be stuck on my way. Part of that also, you got to meet tension with calm. So when you walk in, they got their arms folded. They may look like they don't want to hear a damn thing you got to say, and they probably don't. You have to sit here and meet tension with calm, going there smiling, knowing your angles. You've done your homework. You know what they can and can't do. You know what they want to hear. Your time constraints and everything. You got to meet tension with calm. What they say, act like you've been there before. And even if you ain't been there before, fake it till you make it.
Right.
See, this ain't no flex stuff. We're really trying to make stuff happen. And what I recommend everybody to do, diffuse arguments before they start. Diffuse arguments before they start. What do I mean by diffuse arguments before they start? Again, we're talking about number 7, meeting with an open mind. Kind of bring up your faults or your things that you can't do before they say it.
Right.
Now, I know we only a 2-man operation.
Right.
Now, I know we only been open for 2 years, even though, we're already starting with a such and such budget. Stuff that they're going to say.
Right.
Acknowledge it first.
So we can move past.
You'll kill their argument.
Right.
You'll kill their argument. That's one of them Deonte nuggets now I'm giving you. Now, that right there kills a lot of stuff.
Right.
Because just like you've done your homework, they've looked through that little thing first. But hell no. They already been hell no. Go bring the hell no's first.
Right.
First,
So then you can look at them like,
hey, look, we already know we got that, but we already had this set up, and everything. And that diffuses a lot of stuff on the front end. Like, okay, look, all right, so they've already thought about the stuff I thought about. And again, that helps you with the negotiation process because they know what you've been thinking.
Do you suggest that that you also add a solution to the problem of, like, if you're going for funding and you're like, yeah, I know we're on a 2-man operation, we're in the basement. But with the proper funding, we expect to expand on the operation and get a proper facility. Do you do that if that's what you're going for?
Well, you do that, but it's more so not necessarily tell them what you're gonna do with it. More so tell them, why that's not a negative.
Okay.
Or how you plan to combat it because you know what you're gonna do with it.
Right.
You know what you need the money for. They want to know why that's not gonna negatively affect them.
Right.
That's what you got to be able to do. You got to be prepared for that. Like I said, you know what you want.
Right.
They don't need to be reminded of that. They want to know by giving you what you want, how is that not going to hurt them?
Right. How do they make money off of what you want?
Exactly.
Right.
And it could be the money, it could be the time or whatever, but you need to assure them why. That's why you bring it up. Now, even though we just started here and stuff like that, listen, I went to school last week, and we did. The past whatever got accepted, and in these kind of groups, we're learning this kind of information. So we're not blind to it. We haven't done it before, but we're putting ourselves in a situation where we're getting some kind of counseling, the tutoring, the mentoring to know how to do this kind of stuff. We've already met with several people in the community and everything. A good place to even kind of look at, even to get a lot of information and learn how to negotiate, look at Shark Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they say, a lot of times when you look at when I look, those people are trying to sell products. One of the first things they ask them, have you already been in a store?
Mm-hmm.
Have you already had some kind of dry runs? Look, we've already went to a couple of stores. We sold X amount of units already. Okay, cool. So
Are you all in, or do you work another job?
exactly.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
So they already know. Okay, cool. They have some kind of effort, some kind of momentum or something going.
That's one of Slick's favorite shows.
What's that?
That's one of Slick's favorite shows.
Oh, one of mine too. One of mine too. You learn a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You learn a lot. You learn a lot. We're looking at Shark Tank, especially from that. But diffusing them arguments, that'll get you a long way, because just like when you meet them, man, they already got no in their mind. And they already got no in their mind, and you just need to be able to answer that no before you get started with it. Number 8, find out what they want. And you already have an idea in relation to what you want that's most important. And where can, we find this middle ground, where we do it. And you listening to it. Now, again, you're not throwing out, your heavy hooks in terms of everything. You may say generally, this is what's going on. But they're saying, okay, look, this is what we got. These are the long terms, or this is what we can do as far as money-wise. And you're looking at it. We can only fund X amount of companies, or we're doing that. Talk to your local politician and stuff. Well, listen, man, these are the laws we can do. We can't really bend on this. We can't do that. A lot of times, people saying this stuff with officers and what they can and can't do. I don't think people really understand, as far as even with training and stuff, you still got to put the money out the hat.
Right.
So if they don't have the money for doing it, where they going to pull it at?
Right.
I think people just, like I said, because you're not knowledgeable on how certain things happen, you really don't know where it can come from. And we see right now with all these damn stimulus checks, hell, when you want to make it happen, you can make it happen.
Right.
So it just take the right situation. You say, well, look, y'all can pull from this. We can increase, I don't know, this was me dealing with county government, those SPLOST tax, special purpose, God, I forgot it. But those are, those 1 cent or 2 cent tax boosts each year they may have, and that'll fund, a new school getting built or different programs. But the money has to come from somewhere. You have to be able to sit here and listen to them about what they're doing.
Right.
Right? And then we go into number 9, lay it all out. Lay out what you want.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Let me ask you one question about number 8.
Okay.
If their stuff doesn't line up with what you have going on, once you get in there and y'all try to negotiate and their stuff is still not lining up, should you be prepared to walk away from it? Not necessarily on the deal part, like the money. I'm just, stacks up to what's important to you. They're important to you, and you're important to you. They're important to them, and you're important to you, are just not lining up. And y'all can't get to it anywhere it goes. Should you be prepared as that person to, like, what, we're not lining up. I appreciate y'all time, but I don't think this is going to be satisfactory for either side.
You got to be prepared for everything.
Okay.
You got to be prepared for everything. But you can't go into a situation where they're saying, no, you just stop. Mm-hmm. You got to keep. What was the show? No means not right now.
Right.
So you got to hear them out just like they got to hear you out.
Right.
And everything. And then, you never know what little thing in that whole conversation sets a light bulb out. Oh, is that what you meant by that? Mm-hmm. Oh, man, we can do that. I don't really want to do what normal don't do that, but we would make that happen. Mm-hmm. But you have to give them an opportunity to say what all they have, just like they got to give you. Right. You hope that. That's why we got to be open-minded with doing this. And, did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going into number 9. You lay out what you want. You pretty much, hey, this is what we want. Hey, with this, that, and that, and we'd like to have that. You put in the gotta have, what you want, and the nice stuff on, that be okay. You ain't dealing without. And you're delivering it to a point where they know it's the emphasis on the stuff you gotta have.
Right.
And everything like that. Listen, we gotta have these, masks and stuff for the kids and stuff like that, because the disease spreading and all this other kind of stuff. We prefer, I think it'll be help, if the kids, can have them, the boys get blue, the girls get pink and everything like that. And if you can, give them candy on the first day.
Mm-hmm.
3 things.
Right.
What we gotta have, we want the color, but we can compromise. And third, not gonna be giving no damn candy. So we're setting that up and everything. And like I said, this can be applicable to anything.
Right.
I'm giving simple examples, but I think, again, we're talking about learning how to negotiate to get what you want. And I'm talking about it from an elementary level. We have no data. We have no
Mm-hmm.
things we can see and propose. But I think what I want you guys to understand is that the way I'm delivering it to you, this is the way you got to kind of a rough draft or outline on how to go about making this stuff happen. And from that point, we had number 10 is the rough start. We began compromising. We got to compromise.
Right.
You got to sit here and listen to what they got to say. They got their arm folded, leg crossed. You got to open up yours.
Right.
And again, keep in mind, part of the compromise, it ain't all that you they want things to happen too.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, if your local politician don't want folks, even if they got you confined, they don't want you tearing shit up in the city.
Right.
The banker makes money off loan products, off interest and fees. So they have something to gain. That's why you're meeting, you selling them on that. Now you go in there with palms up, begging, like a lot of y'all do. Y'all gotta understand, we gotta be able to hit them sensory items. We gotta, you know, they hard, they pocket or whatever. What's gonna make this person move?
Right.
You know, awareness, brand awareness. Like, hey man, listen, you know, I know it's an election year.
Mm-hmm.
You see us doing this. I got these many followers. This kind of, thing. You know, a crowd of following going behind me. This right here could, help you out. You know, this is a good 1,000 votes.
Right.
These people will do what I say do. No
Right.
ifs, ands, or buts. You have to know what's gonna make a move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so y'all giving and getting, wrestling and everything like that. You got to sit here and sell yourself. They're going to number 11 to sell yourself and be ready for them rebuttals. Be ready for the rebuttals. That's why you've prepared so much to catch the mangles and whatever and everything. And y'all sitting there doing it, trying to keep emotions settled. You can't control what they say, but you got 150% control of what you say
right.
and how you react. You know, because what you don't want to have happen, they looking like, man, he getting all offbeat and stuff like that. That may be their temperament to sometimes raise their voice. That may be their temperament to be looking at a paper while you talking.
Yeah, that may be how they. I'm gonna give you a good example. When I worked with a guy at Developers Diversified Realty, one of my supervisors, we were doing the evaluation, and he was going down the list. He's like, yeah. He's like giving me 9s. You know, the top is 10. He said, well, it's my thing to never give out 10s because that don't leave any room for any improvements. So.
You know, just BS.
Right.
I'm a damn 12.
I know, right? So he would just say that. This is my thing, never to give out 10s. I always just give out 9s because there leaves no room for improvement. Now, I could have been like, the hell you mean? As much as I do around here, I should get 15s. But you get what I'm saying? So you have to understand that's just the way he did things. It's the way things came out.
And what can you do?
Right.
What can you do? That's why it's so important. You know, you have to be ready for that. I'm not sitting here saying sell your soul, but you have to be prepared for those kind of things because a lot of times, you know, you talk to somebody like, man, this guy ain't even respecting me. Or I try to talk. Yeah, I try to talk to her, but that's how they get down. That's how they, they listening and reading and they going through stuff and everything. But you have to look. This is how we doing it. And I'm and on the other side, maybe some things that you do that they may not be the most, receptive of and everything and stuff. William B, you okay? Okay. And William tuning in, helping Daddy stay on track.
Hey, that's right.
This is Changing Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram page. Tonight's show we're discussing how to negotiate a deal to get what you want. How to negotiate your deal, negotiate to get the deal that you want. And we're going through my 14-step plan. Now you said 14 steps, yeah. Actually, when I go through, I got a whole lot more. But this is probably from the most elementary side and everything. And I also will be having a course, available to you guys in a couple weeks of this same thing to do. But again, if you're like a new entrepreneur, you're trying to, meet with people and get stuff done. You're trying to get, meet with certain people that are gatekeepers and stuff like that. This is a blueprint on how to do some of that stuff. Far too often, we talk to people, again, that know somebody, seen something, but they haven't even done it before. And you talk to a man that has secured government loans. You talk to a man that has done deals. You talk to a man that's been an entrepreneur over 20 years. Real businesses. So, again, I'm not talking smoke out my ear and everything. And I say this to say, with that, there's so much I don't know, and I haven't experienced, and I'm honest with myself, to reach out to people. Hey man, how you do that? How you did that? And the best thing I would give to people, if you're not for sure, find them people that can answer them questions. Cause I like with everything I know, I'm smart enough to know what the hell I don't damn know.
Exactly.
And that's why I want to just share this information. Which I think too many people spending time trying to make things happen in an emotional way and spending too much time talking to people who can't even make a difference. I'm not saying, like I said again, I'm not saying don't protest. I ain't saying, don't, show your passion, speak on it. But I am saying, what do you want? Or ask him, so what do you want? And what are you doing to get what you want? And do you feel like that's being effective? Did those actions from the past actually made that happen?
Right.
So that's why, I really want to do tonight's show. So now, guys, we've got all the way down to number 12. We're at number 12 at the end of everything. And it sounds real simple, but I think this is one of the hardest parts. Understand that you're not going to get all you want. Understand that you're not going to get all you want. That is a hard thing because you sat down and did all this brainstorming, all this due diligence. You prepared, and now you're sitting there falling out. Well, we can do this, we can't do this, we can't. Man, come on, I gotta have that. This, that, and you have to be realistic about. Look, some of the stuff gonna work out, some of it ain't.
Right.
And you gotta just come to that realization. They ain't gonna be able to get it to me.
Right.
But before I keep saying no and get mad, let me leave out here with something. Okay. Now here's the deal. We know we want it. We knew the stuff we gotta have. If you can't make that stuff happen to your point, like, hey, we can't go any further and stuff like that, be prepared for that. But try to get something. Because you may leave out with the stuff that was okay, but you can compromise on it. But it's going to go back. You want to maintain that relationship because that may be a test where say, okay, let me see him working this for that. I can do it, but I don't know you well enough. Let me see you work this and that out for 90 days, 6 months, or a year. Come back to the table. Right. I can deliver on what you have. So have that kind of thing in your heart and your spirit and your mind. You might not get everything you want. Yeah. And that goes number 13. Make sure we got that common ground. Okay, I really didn't want to do what he wanted to do because, again, now they saying we got to keep the mask on all damn day long.
Right.
God, I just thought we had to do it when we was on the floor. They want from the moment we walk in the building. But they saying exactly. They saying we got to do mandatory this, They only going to give us so many. After 3 of them, you got to pay for the extra one. And you got to do that. Stuff you didn't want to do, but they're saying, we'll do that. We'll pay for this. Outside of that, we'll do that. You got to take their stuff in. And you have to kind of, like I say, find that common ground.
You have to sit back and say, is it even worth my energy to even complain about it?
Like I say, lose the battle, win the war.
Yeah.
That's it. We learned this whole army thing. Lose the battle, win the war. So, hey, look, go back to, hey, look, they gave it to us, but look, we ain't going to have 3, y'all. So y'all better keep them damn 3 after that. You got to start paying for them.
Right.
And everything. We didn't have any before, but now we got some way to work with it and everything. Right. And that's what we got to kind of look at it and stuff like that. These job opportunities, hey, look, they giving y'all, they'll give it to us, but look, they got you on a 30-day probation. So if you something like that happen, whatever, you're late, whatever, they're going to let you go. They only give them a short leash.
Right.
And they wasn't going to give you nothing at first, but now they're giving this opportunity. It may seem a little funky. Well, I got to get my kid. Listen.
Yeah.
They ain't got to do it. But that's the kind of thing you got to kind of be ready to compromise.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Yeah, and they may be, quote, unquote, unfair. But, again, we didn't have nothing before. And you got to be realistic with that. And that's number 13, find that common ground. And number 14, which is our last one, and I think this is most important, you want to leave that meeting feeling that both sides accomplished something. You want to make sure that both sides, you feel like both sides accomplished something. We was able to make something happen. We were able to come to some kind of agreement. You want to make sure that, because to the point you just brought up, we don't know when we got to come back.
Right.
We want to make sure the relationship is just as big as the deal.
Right.
And far too often, especially in the black community, we don't put a premium on relationships.
Shit, we'll burn that bridge and stand on there and watch it burn.
Burn the bridge. It don't even create the relationship.
Exactly.
But it allowed them plant that seed. Man, you know what? I gave him the little, opportunity, last year and stuff like that. He done showed me he can handle more and everything like that. Now we can work with him, and everything. I gave him a couple more tasks he can take care of, give him a couple more contracts. He did pretty good, exceeded expectation with that. We gonna give him 4 more. Actually, we can make him in charge of all this area, and that's what you got to do.
Right.
You know, lead that. You know, you may didn't get what you want. You may feel some type of way, but you want to make sure you try to maintain that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very important, because even when you go back around, if you have to go back around, you may not still deal with the same person, but your name can be tainted.
Right. Right.
And you don't want that to happen. Your name is very, very important.
Right.
And so, guys, that was, I showed tonight what we went through, how to negotiate a deal to get what you want. And again, I just want to rehash that, me being a black man, I'm very passionate. Everybody knows me how passionate I am about my people, and even with, especially with us, as far as how we, move in society, how we move in the world of business, how we move in the world of life and everything like that. And I just see so many times people are trying to do so much. I'm not judging. I'm just saying from a observational point, where people are protesting, people are arguing, people doing that, and they feel like their way is the way. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, what you going to accomplish from it?
Right.
What you going to accomplish from it? And
will your way still leave you exactly where you was before you even started?
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Well, we showed them. I cussed his butt out. I said that. We did that. And what the hell you get out of it?
Right.
What did you get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing about it, again, and a person that's savvy, that knows that, like, look, man, you got to give to get. You ain't selling out. You ain't doing that. But, again, I say again, if you can go up there and say, we're not negotiating on this, we ain't taking no for an answer, you ain't got to say it.
Right.
You're going to do it. And if you was in that capacity to do that, you wouldn't be somewhere even making that sentence. Mm-hmm. So it sounds good. It may feel good, but ain't a damn thing going to happen from it.
Not even true, though.
And you know that saying it. Mm-hmm. But because you got everybody right on. Amen. Yes, sir. Right on. Okay. Say it well. Yeah. That's it. Ain't a damn thing happen.
Yeah.
Ain't a damn thing happen. So again, I hope that tonight's show, really helped a lot of people, because, a lot of people just don't know that. Mm-hmm. They don't know that. And they've seen things happen, and they really didn't know how it happened. Mm-hmm. They assume. They think.
Everybody assume.
Because that was the biggest thing when I seen when the riots first started, and you see the posts of people speaking, well, when people burn up stuff, that's, start, and, you got people's attention. Yeah, you got a white folks' attention. But did you get their attention? And that, now they have Black Lives Matter. They have work sessions. Well, tell me about your life. Tell me about your mom. Okay, that was your dad on drugs, or this state and that was around. They got all that shit going on in corporate America now. Mm-hmm. These little powwows. And what you doing? The main thing you're doing, get them intel. Mm-hmm. That's all you're doing. I knew he was crazy for real. You hear? His mother was this. Right. His dad was. He's from this. You give them intel. Right. That's more damn information they can fire your ass with.
Telling them everything.
Spilling the damn beans. And at the end of the day, okay, cool. We give you and you know what? We're not just gonna acknowledge Black History Month. We're gonna give you guys a week where you can wear kente cloths, and and Kofi's at work.
It's always something, man.
There's no main awareness. There's no thought process, because what you really needed was fairness. Because at the end of the day, you got people that want to get over, and hey, I want this free day, I want this money. But most of it, we just want to be fair.
We want to be able to know that when you promote Frank over there, you're going to look at Lee
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
because we doing the same work.
Well, that was my whole thing with corporate America. Right. I didn't want good money. I got a damn master's degree. I'm all going to make good money. Right. I want what you going to pay the white boys.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just want what was fair.
Right.
And if you can present to me, that, okay, you haven't done this, and this is why we can't do it, I might not like it, but I can live with it. Mm-hmm. But if you can't say a damn thing to me,
and he making
he got a master's degree. Oh, hell no.
He got associates.
No, he ain't got a damn thing. He got a good golf swing.
Yeah.
And people just want stuff to be fair. Mm-hmm. You got, like I said, you got folks got a hand out this, that, and that, but they're around regardless of color.
That's everywhere.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like that.
Every person, I think, in its most most common form, everybody want to work, take care of their family, and live a good life.
Live a decent life, yeah.
That's it. Simplest form.
Count them summers up.
exactly.
Some more stuff was good.
Laughing on summers. But just that, just a fair life. I work hard for this. Give me a shot.
Right.
If I didn't make my shot, like I said, I might not like the result, but like I say, hey man, I did mess up, and that didn't happen. But just keep people impressed, because that's the thing about it. When you hear people saying a lot of times that, slavery ended years ago, you guys, can get over it. It ain't that big a recovery. You got them opportunities you got because of slavery. You got those opportunities you got because of oppression. And a lot of times you have a lot of, like you see the Rosewoods and the Black Wall Streets, when the people were being, doing things on their own, and they were taking it, exactly, and doing it and taking that initiative, you took it from them. So that's why you don't have the trust in the discourse, because, you can't go from picking cotton from sun up to sundown and now you're damn lazy. Think about it now. You can't, pick cotton. Sometimes the women may just squat, had a baby, they take the baby back to the house, she started picking cotton.
Yeah. I think the problem is we're not lazy. We just work so well you don't see us working.
Work so well, see working. And I do think as we have a staggered, we've been more staggered in terms of being able to receive the information on how to do things. If you look at it, to go from 1865 to 2020, where you even look at it, from that time you had people that couldn't read, to having, however you feel about it, a black president, that's a lot of leeway. A lot of motion that people have done. And that just show how exceptional we are. That just show how exceptional. We can sit here and look about the gangs and the crimes and all that kind of stuff like that. We know some things people have made bad decisions and make bad decisions.
There been gangs, Irish gangs, the mob. That's a gang.
Exactly. Again, and that goes back to, again, when you had a BET that was owned by a black man, and he produced news that shows the accomplishments black folks were producing, and then once it got to another, white organizations took over, now you're going to have booty shaking and, dope dealing and stuff glorified. And just like you look at CNN, we don't have control of that. So that's what's going to be showing of that. I do think people need to make sure they, put a pension on being accountable, checking yourself, checking your friends, and also make sure, you're equipping yourself with being knowledgeable. A lot of times, we talking about negotiating these deals. Mindset got a lot to do with it. You got people out here, especially young folks, I give them, they're impatient as hell, but I get to them, they mindset like, hey, let's go get it. And you can listen to their parents, hey, you think Trump gonna give us another check? Mother.
I ain't waiting on no damn check.
Not a check. This, that, and that. Come on, man. You know how many damn opportunities you got?
Right.
And everything. Hey, I ain't saying no to no check, but they're stuck on that. Think of Trump, and again, start looking at, I got so many opportunities to make money out here. Mindset is crucial.
Right.
And everything. So, when you go into these situations where you have the capacity or the opportunity to make a deal, to put stuff, you need to make sure that you're able to legitimately get a chance to make that deal happen, and everything. And
I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to be off topic, but you also got to learn how to, when you're making the deal, you got to learn how to transition. If you from the streets and you trying to make it legitimate, you got to learn how to transition. If you go in the boardroom and making deals, it's a different type of situation. It's a different animal.
Well, you know what, Lyle? They're gonna be far and few between the people get there, but just doing it. But once you come to that,
grimy.
No, you got it. But at the end of the day, you still got to be able to, if you gonna legitimately try to make that deal happen, you gonna learn that. This happened yesterday. I was getting off an exit coming from a meeting. Young boy was had the water bottle.
Okay.
Rolled the window down, gave him $1. I gave him $1, he got my bottle. And he walked off. I said, man, bring your ass here. I said, man, say thank you.
Yeah, right.
He said, I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry. He said, I apologize. I said, well, look, man, when you approach the car, say, hey, how you doing? Say, thank you, they gave you something. He said, I'm so sorry. He gave me £1. I say this to that. I could have been on some MF little joke, don't appreciate this, that, and that. I don't know what that little boy got on his
What he
mind.
going through?
Don't know whatever.
Because he on the corner selling water.
Exactly. My obligation, I told boy, I appreciate what you're doing. I said, but yeah, do that. He like, all right. He gave me a pound, smile. Exactly. And that's the thing about it. When you, like you just said, being able to transition, you got to understand, you know, have that open mind and know, okay, look, I'm trying to make things happen. And, you know, we just in the most simplistic form. I'm here, they're there. If I'm doing this and looking this way, and they're looking that way, how much are they going to be able to conform? Because I want to get some things over there.
Right.
And you got to be realistic with that.
Exactly.
You know, you cannot present yourself as somebody going to cut corners, do what you want to do, feel how you want to feel. Like I said, we ain't taking no for an answer. We're going to do this, that, and that. I mean, shit, how accommodating to talking to you or working with you do you think this person be? How receptive are they going to be with you if you already come up with that attitude?
What was that show you had? You said you trying to get something they got.
Exactly. You're trying to get what they got. And you're trying to sit here and try to just,
Tell them what
you know, yeah, exactly. Yeah, what I ain't going to do with, I mean, I hear it all the time. We're no longer going to take this. We're no longer going to take that. If you felt that way, you'll just do it. Instead of just burning up shit. And I'm like I said, I'm not knocking. It's not the show is about knocking people what they doing. I get it. And I'm not the one to sit here. I'm not one of those economic developers, city planners to tell you, hey, how to do this, that, and that. But I think you need to start talking to them.
Once you get their attention, you
you need to find the people that can help you get where you need to be instead of you trying to figure it out. Because like I say again, Wakanda was just a movie.
What you thought about the Blackout Tuesday?
The Blackout Tuesday, I think the Blackout Tuesday don't make no damn sense to me. Why? Because you going to not buy nothing on damn Tuesday and make up for it on Wednesday? Shit. That's
I ain't
about
buy
the,
none on Wednesday either.
come on, man,
'Cause
damn.
I don't think I bought none on Thursday either.
You're talking to a capitalist. Come on, Lab.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know,
It was
again,
more ceremonial than it was anything because I think people bought something on Tuesday.
it was all ceremonial. We're not gonna buy nothing on solidarity. We're not gonna buy anything on Tuesday. It's a blackout. Okay,
But you had to
blackout.
go to Walmart. and
Oh,
get
you
some
made a damn whiteout on Wednesday.
green
Come on now.
green out. You made a data out because
Yeah.
you're so much on the internet buying shit.
Absolutely. And it's not as simple. We saying, hey, you know, support black businesses. Black business. I'm a black business owner. Hey, black business owner, make some comparable products. Don't just sit here and say I'm a black owned business and feel like you should support me. Make them folks, hey, make sure you got some stuff to roll with.
You got to be able to offer something just as good or better
Exactly.
than what the competition is.
Exactly.
Doing.
People-
If you don't see that, you're not gonna make it in business.
Exactly. And I don't think they're unrealistic about, hey, you trying to grow, you trying to get where you at. But you still got to be a businesswoman or a businessman too. You know, and everything. You got to actually offer products and forecasts, do all that kind of stuff. I mean, I always say it, man. Hey, the best thing you can do, you want to be a business owner, you don't know nothing about business, take your ass down to Atlanta Metropolitan and get your associates in business. I think that associate degree in business will put you in a whole different stratosphere for basic knowledge. That'd be the best thing you can do.
And also, if you don't have the money for that, you can go online. They have free courses. And these are literally courses. What they do is they post the free courses from last year because they don't use them this year, but they video, and these are literally free courses.
Great information,
Free college courses. I mean, you can't get the diploma from it, but you can learn from it because you don't have the money to go to the college, you know, to get it right now, but you can still, I mean, this is online. Go online. Get the information, because a lot of them are videos.
Yeah.
Plug that video in your headphones in while you cook it and listen to what's going on.
You know what, Lab, they just even saying that, I mean, I wasn't even damn thinking about it. My oldest son even sent me like Harvard Business School.
Right.
They offer classes, you know, basic business 101 all the time, free. And that you can take advantage of. Just like the show we're doing tonight about how to negotiate and stuff, just doing it. But what? That takes time for you. That's effort. It's boring. You know, I ain't got time to wait for that. I ain't got time to listen to that. I ain't got, you know, we ain't got to do that. You know, black folks, you need to support me. No, it's not going to be that way. It's not going to be that. Business is still business. You know, you taking initiative still going to have to be that. You can't, you know, we did the show about the black-owned banks. People like, I'm going to go to a black-owned bank. Now, at the end of the day, shit, I go down to Citizen Trust. Hell, I can't, they ain't got hardly any online capabilities and all this kind of stuff. Now, I'm finna be honest for a second. It's 2020. You know where in the hell? I don't expect you to be Bank of America. But I damn sure don't want to act like it's this old teller machine, you know, I used to go to. No, and I'm serious as hell about that. I'm serious as hell about that. There's no way in the hell that online banks with no overhead infrastructure can be ahead. We say, like, I'm going to go to this bank because they're black-owned and stuff like that. But their capabilities, and if you sit there and look at majority of these black-owned banks, you look at the lending practices, they ain't lending, majority of the places they lend to ain't black-owned businesses. I tell you that right now. When it was a necessity to deal with them, that was one thing. But when we say, hey, we want to have these black-owned banks, if your credit is shot, they can't give you no damn loan.
They go on the same premise.
You still got to get your stuff together. So it's a two-way street. If you think just because it's going to be a black-owned bank, they're going to be more lenient or receptive, no, because if you ain't going to pay the white man, the black man, then you ain't going to pay them. And you going to say stuff to them that you ain't going to say to the white man.
To get online service.
Absolutely. So we got to check ourselves when we say certain things, because, again, we need these black business, we need these black banks. Don't ask for things that you're not going to try to keep and take care of and keep them around. We want these black-owned banks, but we're not going to take care of them. We ain't going to pay the notes. We ain't going to do this, that. Then when they go out of business, we say, why we won't have any?
That's why.
Come on now. If you got a black business and a white business, just from a psychological standpoint, the black person going to walk to the black business, white person going to walk to the white business. Just human nature, right? We can go, that's back in the damn sick from the war. We can just normal psychology, how you do that. And at the end of the day, when we start looking at what we need and stuff like that, can they handle that? And you might be a little bit lenient. Hey, man, they can't process this right now. It might take a couple of days. But certain things, they in capacities ain't there. It's not there. Right. It was a post on Facebook, and I've seen that post probably 3 different times from different people. In one of my little groups, they were asking, what's the best bank for small businesses? And everybody was just naming, different. I ain't forgetting about them pubs, but just this bank, that bank. None of them black-owned bank, but they're just saying for businesses. And I always post the same thing. You have to look at what's best for you. If you got an e-commerce building, what bank can handle, dealing with e-commerce building? If you need lending, you're in real estate, who can fund your real estate transaction? If you need some kind of platform as far as I need processing done, 24 hours and stuff like that, what bank can handle that? You need to know what you need, right, as opposed from that. But they go back to being what? A business person. You that business owner. If you're going to be a proper businesswoman or a proper businessman, you need to know what it takes. Not just, hey, I got my LLC, I got my logo. Or they get that LLC and that logo, it's on. Now I'm going to get this idle loan. My people.
Don't know you need a financial structure and matrix and all that stuff to get it going.
Boy, they got it. Well, I got my LLC and I got my logo. And then I got my website. The LLC logo and website is on. And we ain't sold nothing.
Yeah.
So again, I just want to issue that personal challenge out to everybody. Make sure, you do your due diligence. If you want to sit here and make those deals, you want to be that, businesswoman, businessman that I know all you guys can be. You want the black community to grow and, be more super than what we already are right now. We're going to focus less on what we can't do. We're going to focus more on what we can do. Less on what we have done bad, focus more on what we done great. And I think we'll be in a better situation now, in a better situation tomorrow.
Say what's up to Norman K. He on YouTube.
Norman K. Oh, what's going on, Norman K? What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on, Norman? How you doing, brother? Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. And I hope I gave a lot of information out to you guys in terms of how to make it, how to negotiate a deal to make it happen. Cause that's a whole skill a lot of people don't know, and everything. It take a lot more than asking. Like I said, Jay, if you go into it with open mind, do your homework, and really understand you got to give to get, I think everybody be in a better situation.
Once they test my fried chicken, they gonna give me money anyway.
Oh. What can you say when somebody tell you that? What can you say?
Hey,
look, man, that bank will be sitting there quiet as I don't know what.
Yeah.
You go there with
fried chicken. Taste it.
Listen, sir.
Did y'all taste the fried chicken?
Sir, we taste your chicken.
Are we not taking no for answer? You taste this fried chicken?
Yeah. Sir,
I'm gonna have Atlanta fried chickens all over the United States.
All over. Sir, if you go in the back room, we have a lot of buckets of chicken that everybody's brought by. You're the 10th chicken place.
But mine cooked in buttermilk.
Yeah.
And I got cayenne pepper in mine.
Exactly. And if you look at the table, we got buttermilk, we have Cajun, we have all different kind of places. You got your financial statements, you got this and everything.
Your projection.
There you go. But this is Change a Lot, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We had a blast tonight, and I hope I helped you guys and stuff. I appreciate all the support. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Change a Lot, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Check us out on Facebook. Check me out on Instagram on Deonte_77. Be on the lookout for the courses. They are coming this month. Trust me. That's all I've been working on for the past 48 hours, getting that stuff together. Make sure, remember, July 15th is the tax deadline and everything. Norma K, a client of mine. There you go. Thanks for tuning in. I want my tax clients and everything. Hey, I appreciate that, Norman, tuning in. And I was just thinking about it. Remember, July 15th. Remember that, Norman? July 15th, the deadline. Hey, we got to get everything in. If you can reach me at Majestic Business Services at 678-479-4007 or visit us on the web at www.majesticbiz.com. Again, that's majesticbiz.com. We're a business service firm. We do tax prep, bookkeeping, payroll, business consultations. Check us out. Try to catch us for that deadline. And if you're not able to get all your stuff together before the tax deadline, we'll put the extension in for you. Again, 19 years in the game. I got over 20 years in the financial service industry. I know a whole lot, and I hope I'm helping you guys a lot as well. I love you guys. I appreciate you tuning in, and I see you guys next week. Take care.